Happy Tuesday. I hope that your week is going well. We are going to see what the sun, moon, and star spread has to say today. I don't know about you, but I have 3 dates planned this week. I hope if you want 3 dates, you have 3 dates this week. We're going to see what comes. Oh, the cards keep flying. I don't take pop-outs, but thank you anyway. Let's have one more shuffle. Perfect. Okay, so we have sun position and the moon position and the star position. Okay. This is interesting. We have the moon in the sun position. So something is being illuminated where I feel like in some area of your life, you're not quite sure what the way forward is. You can see on the card that the sun is shining, but there's also the moon on top of the sun. And it doesn't really look like it's dark outside, does it? But that's kind of what the card means, is like things might not be the way they seem. And so you might be learning that you had an illusion about something, which is great. Or you might be in some area of your life, you just might recognize that you don't see things clearly, or you might be questioning something. This is a very like mysterious card. You're like, So what I am attracted to on this card though, is that the dog and the coyote are like howling at the moon. And that's because they think that the moon is up and it's nighttime. Maybe the moon isn't up, maybe it's not nighttime. So if you're unsure about something, make sure that if you ask for advice, you don't accept other people's projections, right? So maybe you're uncertain about something, so you ask for someone's advice and they're like, oh my God, well, that's terrible, blah, 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 or that's amazing, blah, 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 blah. But again, the moon is over the sun. Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? I don't know. I don't think the dog and the coyote really know whether it's nighttime or daytime either. They just think they're looking at the moon and they start howling. So, be the little lobster, crawdad, whatever thing down here, and then just take it one step at a time. The path is in front of you, and it's one of those things that, like, if you take a step, the path continues, right? Even though you don't see it. So just take it easy, right? You don't have to stress about it. It's like wait for the chips to fall, right? Like the truth will out, that kind of thing. In the moon position, we have the strength card, which is what you need to release. And what's coming up for me on this card is I feel like you need to release this sort of barrier to your inner world. Like on the card, the woman is taming the lion with her bare hands. And the lion represents your primal urges, your emotional energy, like your internal stuff. And so she's acknowledging that the lion is there, and then she's taming the lion. And so I don't think this is saying, let the lion run free, but I am getting that maybe in an effort to tame your emotions, you've been suppressing them or thinking they don't exist. I feel like it's kind of like you're the person on the card and you're like, what lion? There's no lion here. I don't have a lion. That's not a lion. And really, it's like, so you need to release this sort of facade. It's like we all have an internal lion, right? And in the star position, our guidance forward, we have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is a wonderful card Chris Ark likes to say that this is the card of like bathing in the energy of what you want. And I love this interpretation because this guy is surrounded by the cups, and it's like he is so excited to be at the feast, right? And so he's like, he's like right in the middle of it. He's like, I am ready to party. I am at this feast. I'm here to have a good time. And so, and again, with the cup cards, it's like, are the cups real? Maybe, maybe not. But at any rate, you want to be in the energy of abundance, having a good time, enjoying yourself, right? So all of these together, it's very interesting because I feel like this might have to do with an emotional imbalance or an emotional thing, because the moon and the strength card together, I feel like, again, it's like you might not be sure how you feel about something, but you don't, whatever it is, it's like you want to wait to figure out how you feel about something. You don't want to avoid it with a strength card. Like, wait and see, and when the lion shows up, don't repress the lion. Take care of the lion, tend to the lion. It's like, again, if you don't, Carl Jung basically said that if you don't acknowledge your emotions or your complexes, it's like they tend to come out in other ways, and usually it's more potent the next time around, right? It's like a pot that continues to bubble under the surface, and then you take the lid off and you're like, oh my God, we've got a boiling pot of water. Whereas if you like acknowledge that you have a pot of water on the stove, you can kind of pay attention to like whether or not it's going to boil over. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm getting this. I feel like wait and see. Like there's a situation where you can't quite see things clearly. So wait and see, continue taking one step at a time. When something comes up, take care of it. Don't ignore it. And you can also be in the energy of what you want, right? Like that's the way forward. So let's go ahead and pull an oracle card to clarify. It's a very interesting reading. I feel like with the cups and the moon and the strength, this is more internal. This is about how you feel about something or your emotional state. And maybe one more shuffle. Oops, not that one. Okay. Embrace. Yes, this is related to the strength card. Like I said earlier, when the lion appears, when you have this urge, when you have this emotional wave or something, the best thing to do is to embrace it. If you ignore it, it's gonna just might calm down for a second, but whenever it comes back, it might be overwhelming. So embrace it the first time. Also, with the moon card, I feel like embrace not quite knowing yet. You don't have to know everything yet. Your job is to take one step at a time on the path between the pillars to the mountains. And with the Nine of Cups, embrace what you want. It's like what you appreciate appreciates. So think about what you would like and go for that. I hope this is helpful or insightful, and I hope that you have a great rest of your Tuesday.